Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Dhruva IAS Academy's News Navigator. In today's session, we will be analyzing the Delhi edition of The Hindu newspaper, 18th March 2025. Without any delay, let's get into it. Under the first category, end-to-end reads, the article that we'll be starting with is in page number 6, which is an editorial article. This article discusses the growing trend of Indian migration, both legal and illegal, and the challenges associated with it. It highlights the paradox of India's economic growth not translating into enough opportunities for its citizens. As it is written by someone who is politically involved in current system, kindly ignore the political aspects mentioned in the article. This particular topic is relevant for GS 1 and 2 subject of social issues and social justice, especially if we talk about the topics like migration, economic and social impacts of it. It is also relevant for GS2 when we talk about international relations and governance, like role of government policies in migration. It is also relevant for GS3 economy section when we talk about agrarian distress and unemployment. The next article in this category is in page number 7. This particular article discusses the challenges faced by the construction workers in India, particularly migrant laborers, in accessing welfare benefits and maintaining employment stability. This particular article is relevant for all three papers of GS 1, 2, and 3. To mention a few, under social issues and social justice, the topics like migration, urbanization, and vulnerable sections, etc. Under governance, labor laws and policy gaps in welfare disbursement, and under economy section, labor force and unemployment topics. Kindly pause the video and cover these while reading this article. The next article that we'll be looking into is in page number 8. This article discusses the need for electoral reforms in India, focusing on issues related to electoral rolls, electronic voting machines, campaigning practices, and criminalization of politics. It is highly relevant for GS2 when we talk about polity and governance, especially the topics like electoral reforms, criminalization of politics, EVM, VVPAT reliability, etc. It is also relevant for GS3 science and technology subject, especially if we talk about role of science and technology in good governance and data integrity in electoral role. Coming to the last article under this section, it is mentioned in page number 18 or Roman number 2. This particular article talks about the current status of wheat production in India, at the same time how the climate change is impacting India's wheat production. Kindly focus on the key elements like data, facts, and the mitigation measures that are mentioned in this particular article. It is relevant for GS3, especially when we talk about environment. It is also relevant for GS1 when we talk about agriculture. Coming to the next category, that is news without notes. These are the articles that are important to read but doesn't offer much to note down in our books. Hence, we need to read them for a wider understanding of the current happenings. The page numbers are mentioned over here. Kindly give a good reading of it. Coming to the next category, that is Google and Node. These are the terms that are mentioned in this today's newspaper but not been explained. The first one is BOP related terms like trade deficit, current account, etc. And the second one and the third one, which we have already covered in our previous news navigator, that is Lyngdoh committee report, Kuno National Park, and Cheetah. If you have not covered it there, kindly cover it today. If you have already covered, kindly ignore. The next one is appointment of CAG. This you can cover from your Lakshmikant textbook itself. Last, coming to the curiosity corner, the yesterday's question was, what is the meaning of doom scrolling? Doom scrolling or doom surfing is the act of spending an excessive amount of time reading large quantities of news, particularly negative news on web and social media. The concept was coined around 2020, particularly in the context of COVID-19 pandemic. Coming to today's curiosity corner, the question is, what is a Pi Day, when it is celebrated, and why we celebrate on that particular day? Kindly let us know your answers in the comment section. And that's for today's News Navigator. Kindly consider subscribing to our YouTube, WhatsApp, and Telegram channels for more videos like this as well as the study materials. Thank you for choosing Dhruva IAS Academy. See you all in our tomorrow's session.